What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I am your host, Matt Southwell, and joining me this week, first up, is Dan Gilbert.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, are you well?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
So big changes this week. Huge change. Ash, you excited for it?
Obviously.
Should we tell them what changes, or should we make it a surprise?
Why not? No. We should give them a...
Okay, so we've been doing this now for 18 episodes, or 4 months, I suppose. And we came to the conclusion that whilst the show is obviously awesome,
well,
yeah, it could be that little bit more awesomer. So we took the decision that a lot of people have said that they like doing the news, and also the news is a slightly more fun topic or section to watch the video. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna strip away the Game of the Week section, which is more like a review, and basically we're just gonna tag on like a 6th item of news, which will be talking about all the games that are released that week, and then we'll just have a conversation about which is the best and go from there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And also the reviews of games won't go away. If we want to do a review on a particular game, whether it be just one of us, 2 of us, or 3 of us, we will do a video as and when those come up.
Yeah.
So a bit of a change for this week, but apart from that, every week it will still be 3 friends sitting around this table to discuss video games, basically. And we hope you enjoy it. We're excited. Yeah. So let's go straight on with the news. Number 1. This is a fun one. Dan, do you want to tell them what it is, seeing as it's your favourite company?
Oh, yeah. Everyone's favourite French/French-Canadian
what are they called?
Video gaming company.
What are they called?
Ubisoft/Ubisoft.
Yeah. So what's going on with them?
It has been announced that Assassin's Creed Unity will be running at 900p on both the PS4 and the Xbox One, which has meant that there have been some annoyed PS4 players.
Why is that? Well, why would people possibly be annoyed at being told that the game is only going to be 900p? Only 900p.
They think that the PS4 version is being held back because in order to keep it in line with the Xbox
platform
One.
Parity.
Yes.
Well, they said that they wanted to avoid all the debates and stuff.
I was going to say, Vincent Pontebrand, a senior producer, said they have done this to avoid all the debates and stuff.
Yeah. But what they've actually done is create
a debate and stuff.
I think
they have.
Now, I'm going to try and hold my tongue a little bit on this. Do peas really matter?
Yeah.
Really?
This day and age, I think it does.
Would you take a game that runs less fluidly but at 1080 than a 900p game? Like, does a game have to be 1080?
No, it does not.
So,
but
why are people angry?
Because if it's possible to do it, you should be able to do it, and if the console is capable of doing it.
Yeah, but I would prefer them to go for one benchmark and then work on it and make sure that benchmark is as fluid and as tight as possible.
Yeah.
As opposed to going, we've got to upscale all of this to make it the PS4 version and get it to 1080. You've got to do this, got to do that, and then you got all these textures going all wrong and weird because they're having to code it differently. I'd rather them just have one standard that they can look at and get it right.
I agree.
I mean, it's also going to be locked at 30 frames per second, as opposed to 60.
I prefer 30 to 60. Yeah. For 30 gives you, it's closer to film, so it gives like a better cinematic experience. Like films are, I think they're like 24 or something, or 26, aren't they? Generally, I don't know.
They've got 2 different rates now as well.
It gives them more. When you want fast frame rates, is a racer and like a first-person shooter when a lot's going on the screen very quickly. When you've got a game that's quick and fast-paced, then yes, it does look better. But an adventure game like Assassin's Creed, I think it will look fine on.
Yeah, I mean the frames per second, doesn't really bother me too much actually because, it's never bothered me really, the frames per second. I think 30, 60, whatever it is.
I can't even tell the difference.
I think the PS4 can do up to 100. So
general eye, people can't tell.
Yeah. Some people can tell.
Some
people when it's their job to do it.
Yeah, but as in like the general population, you put the 2 in front of them, most of them won't know the difference. Without the difference being pointed out.
Side by side it would tell it, but if I put a game in front of us right now and I said, what frames per second is that running at?
Yeah.
Would you be able to tell?
No, I know. I appreciate that. I think, it doesn't make any difference really massively to me. 900p and 30 frames per second across the board, that's fine. But of course, it's just raised the question of why. And I'm sure there's a valid
what they should have done is they shouldn't have said anything. That would have been the best thing. Because let's be honest, games are looking better than they've ever looked.
Yeah.
Whether it's 900p, 1080p, 2000p's, whatever the P's are. I don't. Rise for the Xbox One was an awesome game, and it looked beautiful. That was only 900p. Assassin's Creed last year was only 900p until they did actually upgrade it on the PS4. So I don't. As long as the game looks good and plays good and it's fun to play.
Yeah, I know. Look, it's still better than the graphics that we had on Sonic. And
would you rather
64-bit?
We've come along.
Assassin's Creed 64-bit. We'll go that way.
Do you think we're?
It's no Space Invaders, but
Space Invader.
Space Invader.
Do you think we're at a stage though where people are just never going to be happy?
Yeah,
of course.
Is that not really depressing?
People are. It's because the option is there to be at the top end. People expect top end all the time.
Look, I've got a 4K telly and I can't watch very much in 4K, and that's a little bit annoying.
Why do you buy a 4K TV then?
I don't really know. In the hope that stuff comes out very soon in 4K. The 4K is available, but Anyway, that's how I can sort of relate to that. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very much on the side of people need to stop making a big deal out of this.
It isn't a big deal. You're right, and I agree.
And, at the end of the day, Ubisoft. They dropped the ball by making this an issue when they didn't need to.
Yeah. I think you're right.
At the end of the day, I'm sure the game's going to be good, whatever the resolution.
Yeah.
But talking of games, number 2 this week, we've got a whole list of games that we're going to have to wait a little while longer for.
The delays continue.
Now, we could have made this week where we had every news item is a delay because we have so many. But I put them all into one topic.
Or almost could have been a whole week of Ubisoft news.
Yeah. Well, first up, obviously, The Crew.
The Crew, yeah.
That's been delayed now. Going to come out worldwide December 2nd. Disappointed by that?
Not really, no, I don't think so. They have been. I think the most thing I'm annoyed about is just that they can't really get their facts sort of right first time. There was an initial delay, and then there's been another delay. I think they originally planned to get this game out before the end of March this year. We are in October now. Okay, it's coming soon, but that's quite a long delay.
Soon.
And
well, this latest delay is 3 weeks. Is it 4 weeks? 3 or 4 weeks. It was November initially.
What I want to know is when they say soon, are they using the normal person soon, or are they using the Rockstar's the heist are coming in GTA 5 soon?
Well, no, because that's never. That's never.
Yeah,
December 2nd is the nailed down date, and I think if they delay it again, then they're basically digging their own grave.
They're basically saying the game's been cancelled, aren't they?
Because by December 2nd, every other racing game that's out this year will already be out.
Yeah.
Which will basically just mean The Crew would get pushed back almost an entire year.
I already think they've shot themselves in the foot with this, because I think you've just hit the nail on the head. There are a lot of racing games out. We've not really had any all year, and you've got 3 or 4 coming out across platforms in the space of like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, we had Forza last week, and now this week was Driveclub.
Yeah.
Partially Driveclub. Because that's another delay this week.
It is.
For PlayStation Plus owners.
Yeah.
Why can't PlayStation Plus owners have this game down?
Because it's another game that involves online stuff with crappy servers, basically. So at the moment, nothing is stable enough for those who are playing the retail version of the game. So the EA have come out and said, we want to focus on getting this right so that those who've paid for it get the optimal service, and as soon as this is all sorted,
the
PS Plus version will come out for people.
Whenever there's a delay, it's always like, we want to like make it like the right experience for our consumers, and it's always the same.
Well, of course, they can't come out and be like,
Yeah,
we fucked up.
Or,
but
yeah, we all went on holiday for 2 weeks actually. So we thought we'd just delay the game a bit.
Gary in IT spilled a glass of water before he left.
Pesky Gary. But yeah, I mean, I understand from their point of view, they've got to prioritise their paying customers first. But I would imagine Sony probably put up a fair chunk of money for this to go to PlayStation.
Well, this was meant to be launch, wasn't it?
It was meant to be launch.
Meant to be a launch title. So if you paid all that money for launch, and you're basically a year after launch.
Well, I think if anyone bought a PS4 for Driveclub, they've got other problems. But
but you know what I mean. Sony have forked over that money.
Yeah, they probably
for
did.
launch.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed if I was at Sony at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's another one. There's not even been that much marketing, I don't think, for Driveclub. Really,
it's all been
Forza.
I've seen TV adverts come out now.
Yeah, they have started to come out.
Now it's out.
Now. Yeah, but you need to build the hype, don't you?
This morning, I saw advertising like the on the telly, the Driveclub and PlayStation 4 package on the telly this morning. So it's it is out now, but it has been all like Forza. There's been a lot of adverts for Forza.
Yeah.
Maybe they did run an ad campaign a year ago and we just forgot.
Someone forgot to hit the refresh button on it.
But no, things...
that's not a big deal because you can still buy Driveclub right now if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
So, but if you wanted to try before you buy, you're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. That's until further notice. We don't know a date on that yet. What we do know a date on, Little Big Planet, that's only in Europe. It's been delayed a week, which is... really weird. Like you don't normally see a game get delayed a week. What extra can you do in a week?
Fix everything.
Put cellophane over the games.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is they wanted to get out of that GTA 5 Far Cry kind of week.
Maybe
just drop away and be like. But they haven't changed it in the US, so. Maybe they're confident of it in the US, or maybe its market is mainly Europe, and they figured, well, that's where we're going to sell it.
Yeah, I mean, you see like the film industry do it all the time, where some like competition comes out and they'll just shunt things around.
Yeah, because people generally go and see one film a week, and sometimes gamers buy one game a week.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
You want to make sure you're
in a week where you feel
you're definitely going to be number one,
where you can compete on a level playing field.
Yeah.
But
that's now November 26th. For anyone that was interested in that one. And final one of the delays is Hotline Miami 2. I don't know, did you guys play the first one?
No. Don't really know a lot about this game, to be honest.
I've seen it.
It's a really fun game, the first one. It's like hard.
Oh, right.
It's very kind of like got a retro design. It's about this guy
it's
basically.
Got that kind of almost old school GTA.
Top-down. It's like top down.
Okay.
The top down looks similar to like say GTA, and it's very kind of like kind of 32-bit kind of style. It is basic, but the idea is that you're effectively like this killer, and you just have to go in and like kind of clear buildings of like various numbers of enemies. But these enemies are super aware and super good. Like so, even though it's a shooter, there's a lot of strategy because you have to basically take out the enemies in a certain order and stuff. Because one hit and you're down basically. So it is really hard. But anyway, that's the first one. The second one now was supposed to come out this year, and it's now looking like 2015.
Okay.
So that's disappointing. I know some people that were very excited for that game. Obviously not at this stage.
I wasn't one of those.
I was one of those people, but it's one of those games. It's a fun game to play now and then, but there are lots of other games coming out. So delays don't really bother me as long as it's not Far Cry 4, because shit will hit the fan if that gets delayed.
I know. If I tell you the same as well, I've been dying for that game.
That's probably my most anticipated this year. So.
Of the whole year, yeah, same.
And the fact that it's so quiet, and it is our friends at Ubisoft.
God, don't please.
They do like delaying their games.
Oh no!
I know, between The Crew and Watch Dogs.
Assassin's Creed got delays as well.
Assassin's Creed, yeah. Oh.
And the fact that it's the same week as GTA have now dropped themselves like, yep, we're going up against you, Far Cry, what are you going to do about it? Hopefully not run away. But
Stand your ground.
That's all for this week on the delays. Maybe it'll become a weekly topic of depression.
Yeah, in future we'll be doing just like a video of this week's delays for half an hour. We can talk about the delays.
Maybe we should make that like item number 5 so that we don't sound so depressed straight away. Everyone like, I'm not watching these bunch of miserable bastards.
Yeah.
But one game that we do know that is coming out.
Yeah.
Number 3 on our list. Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
For the Wii U. For now, yeah. Nintendo are normally pretty good at
They
games. When they put down a date, that's it. The dates are November 21st in America and December 5th in Europe. Guys, Super Smash Bros. That was a lot of fun as a kid.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
64 version.
64 was awesome. Would this game and the fact that Mario Kart's there as well, would this entice you to get a Wii U?
No.
No. It won't. It's
not enough.
Well, I don't know. I'd rather go through my entire phone book of 400 people and find someone who's got a Wii U and go around to their house and play it, than go out and buy a Wii U just for one game. Because
that's true. Because these games are multiplayer games, aren't they?
Yeah, they're party games, aren't they? I'm not going to get a Wii U just to play by myself.
It's
like,
not.
So, it feels depressing playing a party game as a single player.
Yeah, you don't stand in your lounge and play the bowling game on the Wii, you know.
No, I'll go down the bowl and do it instead.
Yeah.
But, no, so basically what you're saying is the Wii U just needs to be bought by the guy who's going to host the parties.
Basically,
yeah.
Okay, Matt, make sure you buy a Wii U, please.
Party at Matt's, everybody that's watching.
It's probably just Matt.
Okay, yeah.
But no, that's the day. But I hope it's good. I'm sure it will be good because they are a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And I do look forward to playing it somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just like what, £200 for a console. It's not cheap. You can buy like another 6 or 7 games on your other consoles first.
Yeah.
You need to buy an Xbox before you buy a Wii U.
I know.
So.
And with Forza out, I'm kind of.
You should get it.
I'm really, tempted.
This might tip you over the edge for Xbox. You can now get, or you're going to be able to get, customizable themes and backgrounds.
And backgrounds.
I know.
There's the door.
Yeah.
There's your wallet. Off you go. I think we talked about this on the PlayStation
we did,
before. How much do we care about these things?
Well, we don't really, but
we're quite cynical today.
Yeah, well, we don't. But I did say before we started filming, I said to Dan that the PS3 had this as a pretty standard thing from, I don't even know if it was from day one or not, but it from early on, you were able to put a USB stick in, put some photos on your PlayStation 3, and you could have any one of those as your background, or you could have moving clouds or whatever it was on your PlayStation 3, and you could really customize the shape and the font and everything.
Yeah.
And you can do none of that on a PS4, and I just thought, surely that's just a standard thing you do nowadays.
It is coming to PS4, isn't it?
I know it is, but
it will when their big patch rolls out.
Your argument is, why is it not default?
Yeah. It's like a phone. You can change the screen colour, you can put a photo on the background. It's just normal this day and age to be able to do that.
People like customising personalising their items.
Yeah.
So it is disappointing that it's taken a year to get it.
I know. Not everyone wants a blue background consistently on their PlayStation 4.
I admit it's a nice touch to be able to change those things, but it's not a deal breaker.
It's not a deal breaker. It's not. But
no one's going to not buy the console.
No. I agree.
So,
but I still think it should just be a standard thing.
I do agree. I do agree.
Not.
But yeah, so there we go.
But it's coming.
It's coming. We don't know exactly when.
It'll probably come out the same day that the PS4 one does.
Well, one thing I'll say for Xbox is they're very good. They are doing updates every single month, and like they say, right, this is a November update. This is what's going to come in it. So I would assume these are going to come in the November update. So that would basically be effectively the 1 year anniversary.
So you'd expect it by the end of the year. Now they've announced it.
Definitely.
I'm sure Microsoft as well as Sony, they've got a to-do list and they're prioritising things that, they're getting feedback on and they want to patch and upgrade and change and tweak and whatever, and they're just working their way through their to-do list.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, the final item, the one we're all excited to chat about. We've kept our viewers up to date on this situation, and the second it popped up this week, I was like, "That's going on the news. We need to talk about it."
Yes,
our friend Lindsay Lohan, the Rockstar case. It's picked up a gear. Anyone want to say how it's picked up a gear?
Oh right, well she's.
Sorry to interrupt your drink.
No, it's fine. God, yeah, for this, anything. All right, so for those of you that don't know, Lindsay Lohan is suing Rockstar, or Take-Two Interactive, and she is suing them on the basis that one of their characters, Lacey Jonas, was a sort of copycat, if you like, of her image rights, in a way. It was infringement on her image rights.
Yeah.
In that there was a photo taken of her in 2007 and some other photos, and just the general character was copied. So it's kicked up a gear now. This has been going on for months, for those of you who haven't been following this, and why you haven't been I don't know, because this is big news and it should be over every newspaper in the world. But she's now increased her case from 11 pages to 64.
64. I've got 67.
Okay.
Oh, maybe she had a cover page or something.
Yeah.
She's
credits
with her like that.
Don't touch the phone ever again.
Maybe she's slotted in like a resume, just in case anyone's getting a job.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've talked about it a lot of times. Does it really hold a case? I've seen the picture. We've seen the picture.
Yeah.
I will show you the picture right now. It does look similar-ish.
It does.
You could see it. You know, it's a blonde woman holding a phone in a red bikini
with a
white trim on that red bikini.
Yeah.
So there
there
are the similarities, but
it's no different to what I'm sure is countless other pictures out there at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How many young women have done that?
Yeah,
but it's not point.
And
it's not taking.
I don't think it's just about that.
No. But I'm just saying
all the other similarities as well.
I would imagine though, some kind of crazy businessman in the bikini making industry, they thought, let's make more than one of these bikinis. So I'm pretty sure she's not the only woman that's worn that bikini as well. So
yeah.
I don't know. You also got to fall on the side of it's parody. And there are laws that allow you to make fun of other people. South Park do it every single week.
Stuff in the public domain is essentially fair game.
Yeah.
As long as you're not doing it in a slanderous way.
No.
Then it's fine.
And they're not. There was no slander in there. She was just like a dopey Hollywood teenager. It's not really slander. It's a stereotype.
It's not of a particular person.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Lindsay or Lacey? Are we
both?
Both. Okay. Dopey.
Oh yeah, that was the name as well. Yes. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a stupid case personally.
I think it's hilarious, mate.
Well, it's entertaining from us, but I just feel like every party could be spending their time better.
It's a waste of a lot of people's money somewhere. Yeah. It doesn't matter how you spend
the only people that are really winning are the lawyers.
I
bet the two-party lawyers are meeting up having a great laugh.
Want to go for a beer? Yeah, my treat. No, my treat.
Lindsay's treat.
Yeah, raping in the money.
Give me a week, I'll get her to do something else, and then we'll go out again.
We'll extend this for as long as we can.
It's counter.
It will go. Eventually, there will be some sort of out-of-court settlement. I think. This case will never reach court. I don't think, because Rockstar will just be tired of it popping up in the media. So they'll be like,
"Well, they won't want it." But I don't know.
Because it's the principle. At the end of the day, they've got so much money. They could just be like, "Fine, here's 50 grand or something, go and buy yourself something pretty, go away please," or something. I don't know.
Buy some cocaine or
Well, I don't know necessarily that.
Although I am waiting for them as their response to actually release the Lacey Jonas Experience DLC.
We were saying this off camera, they've got to do this.
Where you either play as her or your characters are involved in a lot of
and a story around Lacey Jonas, and she, I don't know, drink drives and crashes her car and gets arrested. I don't know.
Or like she tries to sue Michael in the game, and your playable character is Michael, and you have to take her out before she reaches court or something. You've had those missions all the time in GTA. So
we've got to do this.
If there's not something as a return like volley from Rockstar at some point.
Rockstar don't bend over and take things from other people. They will hit back, and we will be sure to bring you their response when it comes out, because I'm sure it'll be very hilarious.
Watch this space for the updates.
Okay, so that's it for the main news this week. We'll be back in just a minute to bring you all the gaming news for this week in terms of releases. Okay, welcome back, guys, and now we're going to talk about the weekly game releases. But just very quickly before we do that, if anyone that didn't know, this is Ashley Dye on the left. He got made aware to me that I didn't introduce him, so we've been asking how he is. So how are you, Ash?
I'm very well, sir. I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent.
Yes.
It's a bit late now.
A little bit.
Even if you weren't well before, after speaking to us for 20 minutes, how could you not be?
Exactly.
But yes, so we're going to be talking. This is where the video is going to change. So rather than just talking for 10 minutes about one game, we're just going to have another general conversation about all of the game releases this week. So it's quite a busy week, guys.
Mm-hmm.
First up, Dan, we'll go with you first. NBA. It came out this week.
NBA 2K. Yeah.
You got it.
I got it on.
Excited? Are you excited that you have it? Is it good? How's it going?
It's going okay. It's mixed, but it's not as in the game's bad. It's same as last year. 2K servers are a bit sketchy because the game's basically all online saves and stuff like that. So dodgy server, things don't work. I've been lucky in so far that in the my career bit, it's all saved flawlessly, as I've been able to progress. I went onto my team the other day, or yesterday, to start that up.
Didn't work.
No.
Well, I got into it, I got it to start, and then it just disconnected. I haven't been back in. Like, the thing that really annoys me at the moment, though, is I'm someone who pre-ordered the game, and it comes with pre-order stuff, but instead of it being like, I'll just input this in the PlayStation Store to redeem, you have to go to a special website that 2K have set up, and so on, enter the code on like the information thing that you've got inside, and they'll give you a locker code which you redeem in game.
Okay.
The fucking website doesn't exist.
Okay.
Oh.
So at the moment, it just takes, because it's part of
maybe the server's down.
It's part of probably it's part of the 2K pages.
Yeah.
But you go there and it goes, error, page doesn't exist. You want to go to our home page? It's like, no, I want to go to the redeem page, you motherfuckers.
I think Dan's a bit angry, Ash.
He never swears.
I know.
Wow.
It was annoying me so much last night.
Okay, so that game's available for...
Get out and buy it.
The game is fine, that's the thing. It's like, so I have no problems with the game. Like, 2K have annoyed me.
Yeah, I
as a basketball game, like it flows, it looks great.
But 2K14 looks amazing anyway. I mean, I thought 2K14 was great. The only reason I've not bought 2K15 is just I don't think there's that many differences between them.
I haven't played enough of it to be able to give you a full sweep of everything that's
changed. And that's not what we'll be doing obviously today.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do a full review of it once you've played enough hours of it.
My impressions are, at the start at least, it feels better, it looks tighter, the atmosphere in game is better.
It's going to be the same thing we talk about on every sports game. It's the same as last year's, but a little bit better.
Yeah.
Which is basically what's led us to do this video, because we've realised that sports games are really hard to talk about for 10 minutes.
But are the controls and the moves just as bloody complex and annoying?
Yeah.
Great.
Alright, so that one is available on PS3, PS4,
Xbox.
Xbox, I was going to say PS5 then. Xbox 360
not yet.
And Xbox One. So that's available. Next up, Alien.
Yeah.
PS3, PS4, Xbox One, probably PC as well. Ash. Alien? Good game?
Pretty excited about this game, but I can't tell you, mate.
You haven't played it?
I've just unwrapped it, I've not put it in yet.
Well, I would have a go at you, but I've also not played it yet. Just too busy at the moment, and so this is good for us.
This is great. We can really.
So we come in, and these people come in and watch us for our input on the games.
Yeah.
No, I haven't played it.
This is going great so far. I'm raging at the one I'm talking about. You two haven't played the next one.
The case looks good.
The case
as long as the case is impressive, I mean.
No, look, it's
I've
it's
seen
a game
enough videos of it.
I'm really hyped about this game. You know, I think it's got great potential to be a really good sort of horror survival story.
It's a horror survival game, isn't
and
it?
potentially one of the best this year. I know we've got the things like The Evil Within coming out in a couple of days and other things, but potentially I think it's got...
Yeah. So that game looks good. We'll come back to you with a fuller review on that at some point. But yeah, like you said, it's survival horror, first person perspective, and the idea is very much like the first Alien film. You have to hide from the alien. You can't kill him because he's too powerful, so you do just have to stand and hide in a cupboard and hope he doesn't find you. So
pretty much, yeah.
So is it basically almost like an Alien version of Outlast?
Quite possibly. It's
where you can't
it's
defend
set
yourself,
between...
you just got to run around and hide.
Yeah, it's set between Alien and Aliens films, so it's that kind of era.
The bridge,
and you know, from all of the they've brought out lots of different trailers, different types of trailer, and from what I've seen, you know, it looks really, really good. What I've read about the game looks great. It does have some pretty good reviews, but at the moment, I think we're too early to give a full.
We'll see how that goes anyway. Next up, we've got Driveclub, which is obviously PS4. We won't talk about that too much.
This is the retail version.
This is the retail version. The one you go and buy from the shop.
Yeah, the full version.
Yeah, I wouldn't download it because there were server issues. It probably wouldn't work either.
Well, yeah.
So you can buy that. That's obviously PS4 exclusive. Looks good. It's an arcade racer, but like we said before, there's so many of them out. Maybe that's not the best option. I don't know. For me, I'm sticking with Forza Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, like when the PS Plus version comes out, I'll grab it and
try it.
I'll try it, and if from there it's favourable, I might get the full game.
But I've got high hopes.
I'm waiting for that.
I hope it's
to be able to make an opinion on whether I think it's.
I've read reviews online, and most people say it's pretty fun. So I'm excited to play it. Just can't yet because I could buy it, but I don't want to buy it yet. I want to test it first.
I'm pretty hard to please when it comes to racing games. You know, I think we had this conversation many weeks ago when we talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
And I said, you know, when I got Need for Speed Rivals on PS4 release, and it was, I didn't really enjoy it because I felt that they tried to do too much with the game, with it being a sort of hybrid story online kind of game. I think they made it overcomplicated. Yeah. So I've got big hopes for this.
We'll just have to see what that is. Next up, for you Xbox fans out there, Xbox One, Project Spark is now available. That's the game where basically you make your own game. We spoke about it. We previewed it a few episodes back. So I didn't even realise this was out now. So there's been no marketing on it. It was just like, that's out this week.
I thought it was going to be out later than.
I would imagine this game's probably not going to sell very well because people still don't really know exactly.
They don't know enough about it.
What the deal is. It seems like you basically create your own world, but I don't know. I personally will not be buying it unless every review kind of says it's incredible. But from what I've seen and what I've read, which isn't much because there's not much out there's not a whole load to say.
Yeah, I think when we,
you said you were excited about it.
Well, yes, I am sort of semi-excited about it, but I think your comment, if my memory serves, was when I buy a game, I want there to be a game there. I don't want to build my own. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that.
And I still stand by that.
Yeah.
Which is also why I don't play Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I'm not imaginative enough to build my own game.
You're too angry as well when it comes to games.
It is. And the final one it is this week is Sleeping Dogs, the definitive edition. So that game obviously came out last year for PS3 and 360. So now you can buy it on the next gen, looking all super shiny, in full 1080p. None about 900 rubbish. Full 1080. 60 frames. Now this game, we've spoken about it when it was announced. I know you guys haven't played it, but this game for me would be my pick of this week if you haven't played it previously, because it is really good fun. It was one of those games where it was like, that looks like another poor man's GTA.
Yeah,
but the story is so strong.
I say I didn't play it. I've got it at home for the PS3, and I haven't really got round to playing it, so I couldn't in theory just play it on the PS3, but now that the PS4 version is out, I probably
why not get the shiny version?
I'll probably go and buy it again.
to not play again.
To not play.
So basically, your Last of Us.
I seem to remember there was a lot going on in terms of game releases at the time, which is why it got pushed.
Yeah, so you should probably buy it now while there's like nothing coming out.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah, there's nothing at all out at the moment.
So, how this is going to work is basically after we talk about every game, we'll say to the viewers out there, if you can only afford one game, because a lot of people do only buy one game, and why would you buy 3 games in a week? Because you're not going to be able to play them all.
Well, yeah.
So what would be our well, yeah. But then you need a job to be able to pay for them. It's like catch-22. So what would be our recommended game in a week? Hey, see what I did there?
Hey.
Brought it back round. That's how it's
staying.
That's how it's staying. And also, we're not imaginative enough to think of a new name. So
the show, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might change.
Yeah.
But no, okay. So, well, any of those games, what would you pick? My pick, I've already said. That it comes with a caveat. Sleeping Dogs. If you haven't played it, if you have, Sleeping Dogs.
It's not what you said off camera.
No, I'd probably lean towards Alien just because it's something completely different, and
there's a lot of hype on that.
Yeah, it's Driveclub. There's a lot of driving games. NBA.
It's a basketball game.
It's a basketball game. But
you're only really going to be getting.
You probably
got a
got
fan of basketball anyway.
And
maybe just sports in general.
2K14 was free on PlayStation Plus a couple of months ago, so
that's
you might have that for free.
Yeah.
Even though it won't look shiny. And Project Spark, just not enough coming out. Yeah. Well, I mean, what would you guys say?
Alien, obviously. Well, I've bought Alien, and it'll be probably going in my console in within the hour.
Okay.
So I'll be on that today.
So you got to blow your own trumpet, I suppose, on that game. Then.
Well, yeah. I looked at this week at what games I really wanted to focus on. Alien is one that, to be honest, a few weeks I've been really waiting for in terms of this week game releases. But I would like to say Driveclub because it's been such a long time since we've had a decent driving game. But I can't, without really playing it, I couldn't say, go and buy Driveclub, because to me it's just another driving game.
Okay, Dan, would you?
I would side more with you, to be honest, based on same thing. If you haven't played it yet, go with Sleeping Dogs, because probably out of everything it ticks more of the overall boxes
it's got a lot
of what it can offer a gamer. It's not so specialised as every other game.
It's versatile,
because Alien is very sort of horror-y based.
Yeah.
Obviously NBA is basketball/sport. Driveclub is driving, and then
it's quite
whatever.
It's going to come down to your preference, isn't it? Like, because there's a lot of different genres there.
There are.
Yeah.
So it's a good week for games, that's for sure.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone, unless you're a fighting fan, in which case you're a bit out of luck. But.
You might be able to make it in Project Spark.
Maybe.
If something's not there that you like, get Project Spark
and build it in there.
Make your own game.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's about it for this week.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Different. So hopefully it kind of looks okay on camera and everyone's not bored of us. If you have enjoyed what we've talked about, do give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with the Lindsay Lohan case and all the other gaming news we bring. Obviously, we're not TMZ. We do talk about other stuff. If you want to speak to us about any of these issues, obviously do let us know in the comments down below. We will respond to you. But for now, Ash,
cheers, mate.
Dan,
cheers, Matt.
Thank you, and everyone out there. We will see you next Monday.